Hey, you want to get this awesome sign behind me? Well, today's video is sponsored by Whitebeard Signworks. Use code BS15 to save $15 off your first purchase. Thank you so much to Whitebeard Signworks, and now back to your regularly scheduled content. So, why hasn't Justin Simmons signed with a new NFL team? He was cut by the Denver Broncos all the way back in March, and still, he has not signed with a new squad. Simmons is probably one of the top free agents that's still available on the open market. Teams have high value for Simmons, but Justin still doesn't feel like the right fit is has come up for him yet. He's still waiting for that fit to come up, and until that fit does come up, he's not going to sign. He's not going to rush the process. He talked about that in this article from NFL.com, written by Kevin Patra. Obviously, it'd be great to know right now where I'm going, what I could be studying, who I can be playing for, matchups that I'll have, and all that good stuff. But ultimately, I think it's challenging me in a positive way, Simmons told Bradley King of Denver 7. I think complacency can be a thing when you get caught up in a routine of doing the same thing over and over, finding little increments of growth. For me now, everything's new. I'm having to ask questions, take accountability, learn from people who have been in it before, whether they're 3 years in, 10 years in, just getting some insight, getting some wisdom. I think it's going to help me grow tremendously. It's helped me slow down. It's helped me be more present with my family when I haven't had the chance to due to OTAs and not ramping up for camp. So, also, reports have come out indicating that Simmons is waiting for the finances to make sense for him. The safety market has kind of dwindled in the NFL. I almost view it in some ways as the new running back market, where you see these top end safeties such as Quandre Diggs, Justin Simmons be released by their old teams and replaced by lower contract players in the case of Brandon Jones for Denver. And I can't recall who Seattle signed to replace Quandre Diggs, but it was a cost cutting move all the way. And I can really see this transitioning more and more as the years go on in the NFL, where the safety position just isn't going to be quite as valued. Justin Simmons wants to be paid as one of the top safeties in the NFL because he is one of the top safeties in the NFL. The Broncos felt like they could no longer afford Justin Simmons based on obviously having to take on the Russell Wilson dead money this year and just sort of transitioning into a new phase for the team. Is there a chance that Justin Simmons could re-sign with the Denver Broncos? I've spoken to some individuals who are close to Justin Simmons' camp, and unfortunately, it doesn't seem like re-signing with the Denver Broncos is going to be in the cards for Simmons. It feels like that chapter really has come to an end, and Simmons is ready to turn the page and move on to his next team where he has a legitimate shot to win a championship. That's another thing about fit for Justin Simmons is could he win a championship with his next team? You think about teams like the Detroit Lions, the San Francisco 49ers. The Philadelphia Eagles have been named as a team as someone who could be interested in Justin Simmons, but I don't think that Simmons wants to sign with the Eagles, particularly because of Vic Fangio. I don't think that Simmons and Fangio really gelled all that well here in Denver. I don't know anything for sure in regards to that, but just based on the way that Justin Simmons and Vic Fangio sort of interacted here in Denver, I would indicate more towards Justin Simmons wanting to sign with Philadelphia because of Christian Parker, who he had a really good relationship with, rather than Vic Fangio, which is why the national media and the local Eagles media keeps tying Justin Simmons to Philadelphia. I just don't think that that's going to happen because, again, I don't think that the relationship between him and Fangio is quite as good as the media is portraying it to be. But I also feel like Justin Simmons is going to sign at some point before preseason. We could get a couple of weeks into training camp before the signing happens. Maybe teams will realize, oh, our safety depth isn't quite as good as we thought. Let's give Justin Simmons a call. Maybe that that younger player that we were depending on to start isn't quite as ready as we thought he was. Maybe he needs a little bit more time to develop and marinate. Let's get an experienced guy such as Justin Simmons in here. And I think that Justin Simmons can help a team win. He will be signed before training camps, or at some point during training camp, maybe before training camp, but at some point during training camp, before the season starts, I can all but guarantee that Justin Simmons, or I can almost guarantee that Justin Simmons will be on a new team. I really feel like at this point he's just waiting for the right fit, and Ian Rappaport has indicated pretty much the exact same thing. He's talked to a lot of teams in a video that he released on Twitter the other day, and he said that Justin Simmons is easily one of the top free agents that's still available in the eyes of teams, but Simmons is kind of letting this process play out as opposed to the teams. It's not that there is a lack of interest from teams, it's more so Simmons is just waiting for the right fit. And again, unfortunately, at this point in time, a Justin Simmons return to Denver is not in the cards. All right, Broncos country, I am curious. Where do you think Justin Simmons will end up for his next team? I'm still banking on teams like the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. They're both championship contenders. They give Simmons the chance to make his first playoff appearance of his NFL career, let alone his first shot at a championship. So I really feel like Justin Simmons is going to end up in one of those teams. Partially, I'm hoping that also because both of those teams are in the NFC and the Denver Broncos don't have to play those teams next year. All right, Broncos country, be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are two free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. We are getting so close to training camp, guys. The first open practice that we will be able to attend as the general public, fans, and non-credentialed media such as myself is July 26th. That is just 13 days away, guys. I'm so excited to get back out there at Dove Valley for the first time in a year, and or being out in Dove Valley for me the first time in a year, and really get to see this new era of Denver Broncos football in person. I'm so pumped, guys. All right, and until next time, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.